Hey everybody, this is John. This is week 8 of the Pokemon battles. I have a bunch of videos to do this week because we sent them all online this week. Instead of saving the DS, we sent them all online, and so we have them available. I'm able to cast them all. This first one's between me and TTC, and I think it's a good battle. I don't really remember. We did a lot. I think we did a total of, I don't know, like 8 battles, so I don't remember them all perfectly. So I lead with mine for a name named Ovechkin, the best player in hockey, and for a name still a really good Pokemon, especially with Blaziken gone, at least on by Smoggen's guidelines. We haven't banned Blaziken yet because he's so rare we haven't even seen him in our play. So we'll see how he works out. I think Smoggen banned him too quick, but I know a lot of people will disagree with me. So I'm not going to get into that. He leads his Tyranitar. As you can see, he pulls out. He's afraid of the close combat. He knows what set I'm running here. He also thought I might have a fake out or vacuum wave set. And he would have been faster than me. So he pulls back. And as you can see, I used close combat. He assumed it was going to be vacuum wave, I think, and so that's why he pulls out, because he knows if vacuum wave hits, he's going to die. He doesn't want to lose that Tyranitar because he saw my Latios in the very beginning. He knows how important it is to keep it alive. He does get the Sandstorm setup though, which is good for his team. As you saw, he's carrying an Excadrill. Excadrill is a great Pokemon. I don't see why you wouldn't want to carry one. So he comes in with Suicune. I pull back Suicune. I led in my Whimsicott. Whimsicott, not too bad here. He's going to use Calm Mind. That's a good thing. He knows I'm going to switch there. Obviously, I'm not going to leave him in and just keep close combating or anything. So I suppose Grass Knot would have done okay, but it's not going to do too much damage this week. It's not that heavy. So we'll continue to take the Sandstorm damage. He's got leftovers on this Pokemon. Obviously, this is the Calm Mind. I believe this is a Sleep Talk, Rest Sleep Talk set with Surf. So it does, you have to get a bit lucky. I think he thinks that I'm going to Trickster here, so he pulls back. He obviously does not want to be tricked on that Suicune because that completely ruins it. I use Giga Drain because I also assumed he was going to switch. So it was a good prediction on my part. Unfortunately, Giga Drain doesn't do much damage to Zapdos. Zapdos is a good Pokemon to come back with here. He's nice and bulky. He is Overheat, so he's a great counter to this particular brand of Whimsicott. Obviously, if I have something else like there are other moves you can run on him that will screw this Pokemon up, but I'm not gonna stay in. And I thought about choicing the Zapdos, but I thought maybe that's not so useful. I think he's running a bulky set on this, but even if he's choiced with a choice, choice Scarf, it's gonna give Zapdos kind of an advantage I don't want him to have. So I assume that Overheat's coming. It does indeed come. He does get a critical hit, which I wasn't happy about. It took away about a quarter of my health, but I bring him Victini, who does survive it easily. Obviously, not very effective against this little Fireball. Fedorov. I haven't been able to use him very well in any of our battles, just like the real Fedorov. But either way, I pull back because I assume he's going to switch. He's obviously not going to leave Zapdos in against Victini. I don't know why I assumed that at the time, but I did pull back. We both pull back, and I bring in what is this guy's Escavalier, and he comes in with his Tyranitar. So it was both good switches. Obviously, Tyranitar is going to come to counter Victini. I assumed he was going to switch to Tyranitar, and that's why I switched in Escavalier here. So he's going to use Earthquake. You can see Escavalier's big defenses keep him alive, in spite of that being it's neutral, but it's a strong attack especially off of this thing. I'm going to get off of Swords Dance because I thought he was going to switch there, since he knew he wouldn't be able to kill me on the next hit. So he didn't switch though. He used Earthquake. He gets me down to pretty low health. I'm probably going to die here soon. I have the Life Orb on him. I do use Iron Head, which is super effective. It kills him off. He wondered why I didn't use, was it Mega Horn? But I think Mega Horn's neutral. Iron Head's super effective. It's going to do just as good against him. He's got the Ground Gem on this Excadrill. You can see Excadrill here is going to counter it perfectly. He's going to go first. He does waste the Ground Gem though, I would think. I don't think that's how he wanted to use that item. So he does use it there to kill off my pretty much dead Escavalier. Not a big deal. I got that Tyranitar kill, so now I know I'm in good shape. So I come back with Starmie, who Excadrill doesn't really have anything to deal with. So he pulls back him and he sends in Suicune. Suicune's a good move here. If I use Surf, which I did, he's got pressure. This is going to do very little damage. I would be surprised. Yeah, not pretty much at all. So, and then I'm going to take Sandstorm damage. Starmie obviously can't recover off any damage that he gets, so not too big of a deal to be stuck in a Sandstorm with him. The other thing is Starmie cannot go head-to-head with Suicune here, so you're going to see me hold back. His Suicune, we haven't really seen it set up here, but I think we're about to. His Tyranitar is dead, so you're about to see what happens here. I assume this is going to be my Latios right here, who, yeah. Okay, so Latios comes in, and at this point, Suicune's basically, because Tyranitar's dead, is just kind of set up bait for this Latios. The thing about Suicune is Suicune can, I think, outstall Latios, or probably not Latios, since Latios usually carries Thunder, or Thunderbolt. But this one, I don't have Thunderbolt on this set. I do run a, Calm Mind and Recover on this set. So it is bulkier, meant to take a few hits. I like my Pokemon, and I think a lot of people like their Pokemon to be bulkier. You know, you don't want to run a hyper offensive team and then you just get blown out by something like an Excadrill that you can't you have nothing for because it's so powerful. So you're gonna see he uses rest because he knows he can't really take another hit, and he's gonna be sleep talking now. I use Calm Mind because I know this is basically a chance for me to set up here, get whatever boosts I want and go to town basically. Excuse me. So he's stuck in the rest, but he's gonna be using Sleep Talk and hoping to hit either Surf or Calm Mind. I forget what the other move he has. Oh, Sleep Talk and Rest. I don't think it uses those when he's already sleeping. I'm not sure though. I know it definitely doesn't use Sleep Talk again. So I'm going to keep setting up here. I don't mind setting up here because I know that Suicune's all special, and I can recover off any damage this thing does. This thing here really has no way to hurt me, but it can pressure stall me, which is a concern. So, you know, he's going to use Sleep Talk here, and he does get a, what does he think? I think he uses Calm Mind. You can see he's going to be able to set up here too, because obviously I carry only special moves on him. You can run Side Shock now on the twins, and that does make them a threat to both sides. Obviously, this Suicune wouldn't stand a chance if I had Side Shock, but I don't. I have Psychic. So that was unfortunate. I kind of I thought about changing it after the battle, but I'm not sure. I mean, both have their advantages. Side Shock, it can be, I mean, it lets you be able to be walled with good prediction. Either way, you can be walled. So they are powerful, but they can be walled. He wakes up. I do hit him with a Psychic. It does decent damage, even in spite of him being Calm Mind. I think he's at +2. I'm at +3, I think now, but I'm not sure. He is awake for now. He's gonna be able to rest us off, no problem. I don't know if he's gonna do it right away because he sees how he lived. So we'll see what happens here. I do think a couple times in this battle he picks the wrong move on accident. I don't know if he thought that he was going to wake up at a certain time or something. So I Calm Mind again because I figure he's going to rest here. And that basically gives me a free turn. He also uses Calm Mind because he thinks I figure he thinks I was going to attack, which is a good prediction. Generally I would attack there. I thought he was going to rest though, or something. So I use Calm Mind. We basically just cancel each other's boosts out. I think we are both approaching max stats anyways. So at this point, any Calm Minds are going to waste. I mean, and by max stats I mean 999. But the problem is, Suicune is obviously special defense bulky, so is Latios, excuse me. And so we do hit that stat quicker, and their special attacks are still probably a little bit away. So he's going to use Rest here, and I Calm Mind. So I do predict he's obviously upset because it doesn't want to give me that free advantage of Calm Minds. Because if I have more special power than him, then I can take him down without him being able to pressure stall me. So I'm going to continue to take this damage. You see I do have the leftovers on, so I'm not taking... So the damage is basically... what's the word? Neutraled out or something like that. This is basically a stall battle. At this point, it's something like if you saw our earlier battle where it was Gengar and Vaporeon. It's something like that. At this point, we're just taking turns going back and forth. I use Psychic here. It does pretty good damage. I was surprised by how much damage it does, especially considering he does have 3 Calm Minds off. He's gonna use Sleep Talk again. This is a good set. You know. He's going to use Calm Mind here. Probably, I don't know if that's what he wanted there. I mean, obviously he'll take all the Calm Minds he can get, but it is going to get to a point where they become basically fruitless. So, and he's already used a couple Calm Minds out of sleep, so it's hard to say that's what he wants there. Either way, he does get the more special defense, even though I think he might already be near max anyway, so I'm not sure if it mattered. So, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens here. I'm going to use Dragon Pulse. I chose to use Dragon Pulse instead of Psychic because I know they have the same base power. Obviously, they get the same stab. Then they should, in theory, do the exact same damage. So it doesn't really matter which one I use. The object is just to keep both moves with PP, so that if he moves in something that is neutral Psychic but strong against, Dragon, that I can hit it. So the problem I see with this Latios set is obviously it does have a problem with Pokemon like Jirachi. Steel types in general are going to give it some trouble, so those are pretty good counters. You can see he's pretty low on health here. I think this is the turn where he thought he was going to wake up and he used Rest instead of an actual move, and obviously at this point he's just hoping to survive this. You do see that Calm Mind did make an impact, so it must have raised his defense again, but not enough. He does die to this. It was a bit of a battle there, but I did win it with this thing. This thing is really bulky. He doesn't even hit me, I don't think, to be honest. So basically, it's just him on the defense there. And this really puts him behind because he's got no Tyranitar. He's got the Suicune's dead. He's got nothing left to check this. He does have this Gyarados. who I'm not sure if he can survive. He is faster than me, which I was a little bit surprised about, to be honest. I don't know, because I know Latios is fast. I know both the twins are really fast, but Gyarados, I guess, is faster, or he has a Choice Scarf. He does hit me with Waterfall, and I was so upset that I hit with a critical hit. It makes me within killing range for Excadrill, who is definitely going to be faster than me at this point. And so, I mean, obviously I'm going to hit here with Psychic. It's going to kill him, because I have so many boosts, but that critical hit really puts me back quite a bit, because it makes me within range of pretty much anything. If he's got any priority moves, those are going to kill me at this point, unless they're on special side, something like a Vacuum Wave. Obviously, you're not going to Vacuum Wave Latios anyway, so I don't know. He uses Earthquake here because he didn't know its ability. Obviously, would not have used it if he didn't know. I don't know why. If you didn't know the ability, why would you even try Earthquake? I know it gets stabbed, but he's got Stone Edge and other moves. I don't know why not use one of those or something. I don't know. Got Rock Slide. It doesn't kill him. You see, it's because nothing I have is very effective against this guy. Obviously, Psychic is resisted by Steel, and Dragon also resisted by Steel. I was surprised even after all the boosts, though, it didn't kill him. I know that he's made out of paper, but I guess he survives it. He does hit me with Rock Slide, and it does about no damage. I can't imagine he was very happy with that. In retrospect, I probably should have recovered on that turn, but I thought Rock Slide was going to kill me, so I didn't even bother. Now the Sandstorm got me within range of death. Basically, anything he comes in now that's faster than me, and that's the thing. Here's the thing. It has to be faster than me. He comes with his Infernape. I don't know the set he's running on this. He does have Fire Blast, so maybe it's a choice spec set. Or maybe it's a Nasty Plot set with he likes Fire Blast over Flamethrower. Other people like me like Flamethrower over Fire Blast because of the accuracy. I can't stand missing. Missing is basically wasting your turn. It can happen at terrible times. You saw it with Rock Slide in one of the earlier videos. He doesn't even kill me with that Fire Blast, which shows just how bulky Isis is. I can't imagine he's very happy with that. If you saw, I think I lost 23 health, so that's pretty embarrassing. It's not really his fault though. Obviously, once you get set up with that and you have no counters, Tyranitar especially, there's nothing really you can do about it. You just gotta chip away, and you're basically in set for the sweep. Here I'm gonna come back with he leads in Zapdos. I send in my Whimsicott. I think that it was open switches, and neither of us knew who the other one was gonna send out. But I know that if I can just set up here, you see I use Switcheroo, put him with the Choice Scarf, I get the leftovers. So now he's locked into Overheat here, and pretty much I can come in with any. You see, I even survived the Overheat, which I was surprised about. I do think I'm invested on the special side, special defense, and no, I'm invested in speed and HP, but he does survive. Whimsicott, he does have decent special defense, which is interesting. I don't think he gets Synthesis or anything. I'm not sure about that though. If he does, he might actually be a decent wall. So I survive, and I was happy about that because I get a chance to use Stun Spore at this point. That basically neutralizes the Choice Scarf that I gave him. So now he doesn't have the speed. He's locked into Overheat. Now the battle's pretty much won anyways because Latios did so much damage. The Sandstorm's tripping away. I just have to come in here. You see, I come in with Starmie. He's got nothing to do with. I mean, Starmie's especially bulky Pokemon. I wouldn't say bulky, but he can take a special hit, obviously. Unfortunately, because of the paralysis, he doesn't even go first. It doesn't kill him, though. Ice Beam, you can see he's obviously, I don't know if he's running I don't know what his nature is, but I know he does have a specially bulky set. Maybe not specially bulky, because Zapdos is already specially bulky, but he does have a bulky set in general, and I think maybe invest in the defense, because I know Stone Edge hasn't killed him before. So you see he uses Overheat. It barely does any damage. The battle's over. This Ice Beam should do it. I think this is the last Pokemon he has. In either case, it's like I have 4 Pokemon left, I think, and he has none. Okay, so I do beat TTC this week. You can see it was a good battle. Really, it came down to him sacking that Tyranitar to get that Escavalier out, which is kind of weird. Obviously, he must have forgot about the Latios. I think he said as much. If that Tyranitar stays alive, he can switch in. He's not going to be able to kill Latios with 1 Pursuit because of the bulk, but he is going to be able to do some serious damage to it. Probably 2-shot it, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know the IVs on that Tyranitar. But either way, he did sacrifice it to the Escavalier. Not a good decision on his part. Obviously he didn't remember it. That was his fault. He does have the Suicune in there. So, that was a good battle. I do have a lot more to do here, so I'm going to get started on him. And thanks for watching. Bye.